Here's a quick lesson in profile optimization. I'm going to walk through each step of the profile that needs to be customized and kind of unique to you as a user. Now, before I start this process, I just want to explain the reason for profile optimization. That is that LinkedIn as a platform wants to better understand who you are as a user so that it can align you with other products, services, and individuals within its network. Additionally, it uses the content that you give it in order to authenticate and verify that you're a real human being. So let's go ahead and get started with the process. First and foremost, at the top of the page, you'll notice the header image. This image does need to be unique. You can use any type of tool like Camtasia to create a customized header image, or you can use a generic image like a picture from your local area or something of that nature, but you don't want to leave this area blank. As a general rule for your header image, you want the image to articulate your value proposition in clear, simple, visual methods. So the idea here is that if a prospect lands on the page and they glance at this, do they have an idea of the industry you're in, the service you provide, and the value you bring to the table, right? That's the idea of what you want to get across here. Some people add a whole lot of text and a lot more information than is necessary. Realize that there's other places here on the page where you can put a lot of text, so keep the header image relatively simple and more visual. Your profile picture should be of you. It should be a picture of you from approximately the elbows up so that people can recognize your face and features. The idea is you want them to see who you are as a person so that if they ever met you face to face or passed you in a hall, they'd be able to identify you. So avoid using images in your profile that are of you at a distance or you in a group where they wouldn't be able to identify which one of the people was you. So next we have this section here. This is called your title, and this section can be edited by clicking the pencil icon on the right. Here we can go through and edit just about every aspect of your personal information. First name, last name, your pronouns if you choose, also your headline as I mentioned. So the headline is not just where you would put your title. This is a good example of somebody who put in just the bare minimum of, hey, this is my role, this is my job. But what we want to do is we want to use the opportunity and the available space here. You can put several hundred characters in this space to not just explain what your title is, but instead what your value proposition is and who you do that for. So let's go ahead and erase this and drop this in. So now we've updated it to Assistant to GM at Casternet, simplifying business-to-business lead generation services for entrepreneurs, go high-level customer management workflow specialist. So these are all of the areas that she provides value. And then of course, current position, industry you're in, make sure and have these things filled out. These are the things that you can do that help LinkedIn understand who you are and the role that you play. And then of course, education is another big one that LinkedIn looks at very closely, so make sure that's filled out. Your region, also important because when people run a search trying to find prospects or find individuals, they do that search by filter. So you want to make sure that your location is entered in. And then of course you can update additional contact information, but this is one thing that commonly gets missed out on. Here we want to put in the website for your main page, and you can even put in a custom text to go with it. So now that we've got all of our information dialed in and we're happy with it, we're going to click Save. So the first thing you'll notice is that we now have a book a demo link underneath the name. Now this available option is only available to certain premium accounts. So you have to have a Sales Navigator account or a premium account in order to have a website link on your profile. So just bear that in mind. It may not be available for everybody. The next thing we want to do is let's talk about this section here. Talks about, and it has these hashtags. This is another method for telling users and LinkedIn what it is you're you're kind of contributing to the community. To edit or to activate this option for your profile, scroll down to the resources section and look for creator mode. We've already turned creator mode on, but if it's not on, go ahead and activate it for yourself. And then up here at the top, put in 5 keywords specific to your skill set. Once you've completed that, go ahead and turn it on and you're good to go. Okay, now that we've got our talks about hashtags updated, we're going to scroll down a little bit further and look at the providing services section. Now, if you have not activated your services or the services that you provide, this should be available. There should be a spot where LinkedIn is asking, hey, what services do you provide? And you can click to activate this. As you can see, we've already added the advertising, brand marketing, content strategy, lead generation. But we can go even further and tell a little bit more about the services that we provide. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste some content in here as well. All right, we've added our core services, going to be about section. We still have our location checked. You can choose to add some additional details such as your rate, pricing structure, and so on. But this is going to do it for us. Excellent. Now here's your services page, and this is another place where you can upload additional details about your business and about the services that you provide, such as work examples and reviews and things of that nature. So this is another area where you can continue to optimize. We're not going to focus as much of our energy here though. Just know that this is where you can go even deeper as far as helping LinkedIn better understand what you do. Services page and the services that you provide here, these will show up when somebody is searching for a particular service. You will actually essentially show up in search results. So this is all part of your LinkedIn SEO. All right, so let's go ahead and head back to our profile page. Moving on from, we've already looked at the creator mode and that's been activated. We have the about section. So the about section here, what's important is you want the audience that you're targeting, the people who would be looking at your profile and determining whether or not they want to do business with you, that you want to provide as much value to them in the top 3 to 4 rows, because that's what's really going to be visible to anybody unless they click to expand the accordion effect that LinkedIn has for the about section. It only by default displays a few rows of text. So this is where we want to put our kind of our best foot forward. So I'm going to move this content down and put this in. So there we are. We have our greatest value proposition now at the top of the about section and the additional content down below. So we're going to click to save that. Now you can see it appears here. We've got these cute little emojis, so it kind of stands out, pops a little bit off the page. And then going down, experience is kind of a no-brainer. You need to articulate, obviously your work history, but just keep in mind that with every role and every position, you have an opportunity to add in additional details. So not only can you put in the skills associated with that job, but you can put in a full description, the date started, of course, the industry it was in, the full description. So this is where I could copy and paste the same content that I did before here, and then also add in the skills associated with this job and any additional media. So if I wanted to put in a demo video or something like that, I could. This just helps add all sorts of keyword-rich content to your page in multiple different places. Now, if we continue down to education, this definitely needs to be filled out. You want to make sure you add your education. This is another method that LinkedIn uses to kind of verify your authenticity. And then skills. Skills are the things that you identify yourself. You tell LinkedIn what you're good at, and those skills you can receive endorsements for the skills that you tell LinkedIn you're good at. So you want to make sure and list off the types of skills that are relevant to the industry that you're in. Honors and awards. Honors and awards are an additional element that you can activate and post here. And then, of course, interest. We're missing just one other element that I would like to include, and I'll show you where to find that. You can add additional elements such as honors and awards by going all the way to the top and clicking on Add Profile section. Then you have 3 categories to choose from. You have your core, and this is like education, position, and skills. We already have these. Then you have your recommended. This is featured, license, courses, and recommendations. These are the 2 I would recommend adding. So add licenses and certifications and add recommendations. Licenses and certifications will ask you to actually write out what your certifications are and where you got them. And if you don't have any to speak of, you can actually get certified in a wide variety of different skill sets directly from LinkedIn. So LinkedIn offers in-learning courses that you can take totally for free. And at the end of taking the course, you will get a certificate. So what I recommend is that you find some courses that are specific to the industry that you're serving and the industry that you're in, and get those posted to your profile. This just helps increase your value and stand out in a world of competition. And then lastly, the other section that I'd recommend adding is the recommendations. Recommendations are third-party testimonials. This is where you can request a testimonial from anybody within your first degree network. So I'll type in my name here. You can see we're connected, hit continue, and then I can select how do I know Jeffrey, manage you directly, position at the time, assistant to the GM, and then a short message asking for a referral, press send. So just like that, you now requested a referral from somebody. And once they get that request in their LinkedIn inbox, they can write you a personalized endorsement. And that personalized endorsement will show up down here at the bottom of the page underneath these sections here. So strongly encourage everybody to have at least 2 to 3 recommendations on your profile. And that's it. That is profile optimization. We've reached the bottom of the page. Those are all of the fundamentals. There are some other ancillary details that you can get into as far as really dialing things in. I'll show you those in just a moment, but the fundamentals of what people look and see, or look for and see when they land on your page, that's everything that we just covered. So let me just dig in just a little bit deeper with a few details. We're going to go up to the Me section and click on Settings and Privacy. Under Settings and Privacy, you can check out Visibility. So let's edit your public profile real quick and just view this one item here. Up in the top right-hand corner, you can edit your custom URL. So by clicking this pencil, you can choose the URL that's right for you. And we've already edited this one to just be Olivia Garner with the dash, but you can choose anything of your personal preference that's available. So if it's already taken, you can't do it. But you can try a few times until you find something. Typically, LinkedIn just assigns a bunch of random numbers here, so this is where you can kind of personalize it and make it your own. There you go. That completes profile optimization. Let's go ahead and return real quick and do a quick preview of the page. You know, despite the fact that this page already looked very good when we started, we've really gone in and tweaked it to get it dialed in to the prospects that we're targeting. So we already had the good visuals up top, but now we've made it clear who we are and what we do, what we talk about, made it easy for someone to book a demo if they want to get in contact with us. Under the contact information, we've already verified that this information was correct and up to date. Then we've added the services that we provide. We've updated the creator mode and told LinkedIn what it is we talk about. We've updated our About section to now show everything that we bring to the table and the services that we provide. We've optimized our work experience, and we've added the reviews section, which once she gets a review, that will now be posted down here. And I've shown you how to go ahead and get licenses and certifications added as well.